Hey there, everybody. Melissa here to do a live love reading for the sign of Aries. Anything? Let me just make sure that I have volume. My camera's acting a little funny. I think it's a little crooked now because I had to do some switching up some things. But let me check this out to make sure we're live really quick before I start talking too much. To make sure we're live really quick before I start talking too much. And we got volume. I'm Melissa. I'm going to be your tarot card reader. We are going to look into your love life. We will get some romance angels just to get kind of an overall feeling of your situation, as well as jump into the tarot and get your energy, the person that you have in mind's energy, and a potential outcome and an overarching energy. So anything you need to know about me, you guys, you can find either in the About section of my channel, the description box below, or in the community tab as well. You can check out my website if you're interested in booking a personal reading. That is www.thetaropist.com. And I think that is about all for spiels. We will get into your love lives here. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe if you do resonate with the reading or just enjoy the entertainment. Also, thank you to those of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, donated, booked personal readings, commented. Any engagement here in any way is very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you all so much. And we are moving right along. Hey, Patricia. Okay, so Aries, we have You Deserve Love. And I'm doing well, Patricia. How are you today? Oh, that's funny. I think I don't know what happened, Patricia, but I didn't mean to make you a moderator or put that pressure on you, so I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I'm not very technologically inclined here. So You Deserve Love, Aries, and reconciliation does feel like somebody coming back. It's an interesting thing because while I was getting ready for your reading, and kind of like I was kind of like invite energy or messages in while I'm getting ready or throughout the day and whatnot. And this felt very specifically for you, Aries, and it was about a job coming back. Okay, but this is talking about we're doing a love reading, and I'm going to focus on love. But I did want to mention, and I had forgotten that I wanted to mention that I do feel like some of you are going to be getting an offer from an old job that's going to be better than the one that you had. I also feel like you need to, I feel like you have the ball is in your court. Okay. I just feel like I needed to tell somebody that. So the ball is in your court. Don't settle for the first offer they give you. I feel like kind of don't get greedy. Okay. Get what you need out of the situation. I feel like you don't have to work as much as you used to, and you're going to be making more than you used to for the same job that you used to have. Okay. That is for some of you. It felt very specific for Aries. So whoever that's for. We are still doing a love reading though, okay? So we got the 9 of Wands in your energy. You deserve love and reconciliation. 7 of Pentacles in the person you have in mind's energy. And the 4 of Cups and the potential outcome here. Okay. 6. I do feel like this is something that you've left already. Reconciliation. Yeah, I don't think it's time right now, Aries. I'm going to say we're going to clarify everything, but the 6 of Swords is your overarching energy. I do feel like you guys have taken space. I almost feel like some of you even have moved like a long distance away from each other. Like you had moved maybe away from home together, and then you moved back home, or they moved back home. I do feel like there is a actual physical as well as an emotional distance at this time. For some of you, that could just be an emotional distance, I suppose. I do feel like the potential outcome here is just kind of like apathetic, not feeling very, I don't know that it's each other that you're not interested in so much as I feel like you're both overwhelmed and kind of analyzing your investments, not just in each other, but in life. I do feel like you've taken separation from each other, and we're going to clarify everything to see if there's any hope here for this particular connection. In general, there's always hope. The hope is that you will, if you don't end up with this person, you will end up with the person you're meant to end up with. The 9 of Wands, the High Priestess, could be dealing with a Cancerian. That's about it here at this time. But I do feel like it's asking you to follow your intuition. I feel like it's saying like there's just one more. The 9 of Wands for me is about not giving up. It's about a time where you're so close to kind of getting to the end of why all this is happening, whatever's happening in your life, why this relationship came to an end, why life seems so hard right now, why things seem so exhausting. A lot of it, usually we come to find out that we're just putting too much on our own plate, and we need to alleviate our plate, if that makes sense. So a lot of times we're just kind of trying to appease or fulfill all of the jobs that everyone in the world has given us. And the only job we really have to fulfill in this lifetime is making sure that we're cared for correctly, that we're, fed nutritious foods, we're sleeping good enough, we're taking good, healthy care of ourselves, mentally, physically, and spiritually. The Ace of Cups here as well. It did flip out in the reverse, and I'll keep that in mind. Because I kind of feel like it's saying that you've just been living a mundane life, something that wasn't emotionally fulfilling. I do feel like you have we all have an emotionally fulfilling life waiting for us right on the other side of us, making decisions for ourselves that aren't easy to make because we don't think we can, or the world has made it hard for us, but but nobody does chain us down. Okay. So it's just like people might shame you all day long. If you do the work that needs to be done and heal yourself and take care of those wounds and that inner shame, because people can't shame you if you're not ashamed of yourself. If we take care of those things, then we really have nothing stopping us, actually, even no matter what they say at that point when we've healed ourselves, which I feel like with this coming out in the reverse, it's asking you to do. You're in the midst of doing. I feel like it's saying here, this one last push or this not giving up is really wanting you to focus on self-love and nurturing yourself and doing what's best for you. And it really will lead to an emotionally fulfilling life. We all have an emotionally fulfilling life available to us as long as we do the things that we feel called to do without letting the shame of the world stop us or our own shame stop us. Hi, J-Dubs. The Page of Pentacles. I am kind of getting here with this energy. There's something that you would like to pursue. Maybe even you're a psychic, okay, with the High Priestess in your energy, and it's asking you to kind of explore your gifts more fully and really get in touch and in tune with them and in tune with your soul and your spirit, your heart, which is your heart, the love side of us. And I am getting this strong need to do that, connect with yourself. I do actually feel like this could be a good connection that you've walked away from, but I also feel like it was mandatory to walk away from it in order to find yourself. So let me get more. Let me just get more, because I do see the Four of Wands, or the Four of Cups in the outcome, which is never a good outcome in a love connection. But I feel like it's just right now because we are in the middle of trying to find out what makes us happy. When we're trying to remove shame, guilt, pain, trauma from our core. First of all of those things in our core literally sit over our ability to see what would make us happy, or our ability to even feel happiness or joy. It sits over our sacral chakra area, whereas our creation energy comes from our, what makes us happy, what makes us feel joy, and what our purpose here in this lifetime is. Okay. So when we have other things that aren't that trapped in the area, like pain, sadness, shame, guilt, things like that trapped in our core, again, we can't even find out what makes us happy. Nothing does. That Four of Cups, it's very apathetic feeling. And so I think that you guys are both in the midst of doing that work, or at least being asked to. If we haven't stepped out and started doing those things, like really what healing ourselves really consists of, is just starting to listen to the calls of our soul, regardless of if we're afraid to, regardless of if the world tells us not to. And again, this is always the calls from our soul is always going to be loving, something loving. It's not always going to be what the world wants to see or hear, but it's never going to be harmful or hurtful, okay, to yourself or anyone else. But I do feel like you're being called to do some healing. And I feel like this person is too. I feel like the ending of this connection, or the walk away, was painful with the Ten of Swords here. I'm going to get more, but I do feel like with the Lovers card, this could be somebody that you at least had a very good connection, a very strong connection, not a good connection. This could have been a karmic connection with all of this energy. And not sometimes, our karmic connections are not put in our path to destroy us or to damage us or to torture us. They're put in our path because we were actually avoiding healing from something that was already in our core. We never step into a karmic connection as a healed and healthy person, ever. So there is a need for us to step into, divine will send us a karmic connection in order for us to unearth and heal some trauma, that was some things that we thought, just would go away with time from our childhood usually. The Sun card. Okay, wow. It's a whole lot of stuff going on here. Could be a Leo that you're dealing with, an Earth sign, or a Cancerian, or a Gemini. Well, I don't know. I don't know that this is coming back around. I'm not going to lie to you, but I do feel like you taking the steps towards doing the things that you need to do to be fulfilled on your own is how we're going to get to either this connection coming back around or the connection that's right for you if this one is not. I am getting, I get that you're going to be, let me slow down. I do feel like there is going to be an opportunity to take something that, or take, either take a course, a class, or an actual opportunity, like a tangible, somebody is going to offer you something, not money. Okay. An opportunity is what I'm getting here. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to really delve into what it is that feeds you in this lifetime. Again, I don't think you can even experience, I don't think you're in the middle of experiencing joy right now, but I think it's because you think you need to experience joy before you go out and find yourself. But it's like you need to go out and find yourself to get to the joy is what I'm getting here. Okay. The Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles in the outcome so far. They have the Lover's card and the Sun card in their energy, the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. I do feel like they're still needing to heal from the way that this ended. And I don't know, again, you'll know for yourself. I'm never going to recommend getting back into an abusive relationship, but that's not what I'm feeling here. I feel like this was a situation where two good people had that, they'll call it a chip on your shoulder, anger issues. They have all these names for unhealed trauma. But unhealed trauma is what it actually is. And it's pain trying to come to the surface. It comes out in rage if you keep trying to keep it down there and suppress it into your core. It wants to be released. It does not have any, your body doesn't want it in there. It's like having toxic chemicals. You know how our body just naturally excretes, I don't know if that's the right word, toxins from it. A pimple. I'm just going to give you an example of like a pimple is like, something that isn't a foreign object trying to get out of the skin, right? And that's what will happen when you have trauma trapped in your core is it will try to burst like a pimple. Okay. It becomes an infected energy that looks like anger issues. This is all interesting stuff coming through here, but the Page of Cups, another thing about really following your heart and your dreams and the things that make you feel good. I know we're not, so the whole world they get so confused because we think like, when you say think with your heart or your head, not your heart, people are thinking with their feelings and people shouldn't be thinking with their feelings and stuff like this. People get really confused about all of this because it's like, you don't just say you should never think with your feelings. You just should never think or make decisions with your negative emotions, but you should make decisions with your good emotions, the ones that make you feel good, the joy. Those are feelings that you actually should be making almost all of your decisions with. We're very intuitive beings. We know what feels right. We know what energies are okay for us and what, and by no means do I mean don't do anything that is uncomfortable because we're going to need to step out of comfort zones and things like that in this lifetime in order to grow. But we should, again, we can discern what is our fear and what is, this is not right for us. Okay. But I do feel like it's asking you desperately to follow your heart towards some things. I don't know. I get that you're like, I don't think this relationship, by the way, I think that this relationship for right now should just be where we should be kind of trying to cut that cord or sever that tie. I think it could come back around eventually, but I think that what it's saying here is like it wants you to go to the ocean and like jump in the water and like run and don't give a fuck what anybody thinks around you and just enjoy life. Try to feel joy, try to do the things that, again, as human beings, we're kind of shamed for trying to enjoy ourselves. It's so sad as adults. That's immature. And there are some things that are immature. Believe me, I've been there. But some things are actually just, we stopped feeling joy at a certain point because we started to feel embarrassed to feel that joy or to do that fun thing or to let our hair fucking down without, putting down the drinks and shit. But the divine really wants you to live a life where you can go live the kind of life where after, when you've had a few and you can all of a sudden dance, sing, you do everything. The divine wants us all to live in that energy without the drink. Okay. And that's what I'm getting here is that there's a desperate need here for you to, I do feel like this is somebody you are married to with, you got now come the Four of Pentacles, the Knight or the Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Hierophant. I do feel like it's saying that this will come back. This is the last, in either case, I feel like you're going to end up in a position with the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with because you've done the healing. But I do feel like it's saying you've been resisting doing things that you're feeling called to do Again, I'm getting for some of you, this is like go explore your gifts, your psychic gifts, like go learn about, what psychic gifts you have, even take classes, courses. I'm not really sure. I'm not a classes and a courses kind of person. I prefer to use the divine. And even that is just like, if you don't want to go through humans to do this, there's a need to really get connected to source in any way that you know how, by meditation, by way of connecting with nature. I do feel like you have a lot of psychic gifts here, but I do feel like you're not trusting them at this time, or that you have what it takes to kind of I'm getting you're supposed to be really, I feel like that's why this connection came in, is to get you to stop, slow down. I feel like you've had a really good, I feel like some of you might be getting an offer from an old job back. By the way, this is so weird. I can't stop all this stuff, but I feel like some of you may be getting an opportunity to take an old job back. And I am getting that you should take it. Of course, use your discernment, okay? But I am getting that it'll be a better opportunity than it was the first time around. And the divine is really asking you to use your boundaries and kind of really stand up for yourself in this situation and get what you need out of it. But I do feel like you need it at this time, okay? So whoever I'm talking to, I feel like doesn't have kind of like an avenue. I feel like you feel a little, I don't know if you had like financial support from this person as well, but I am getting that energy of feeling like you don't know what you're going to do financially. We're all feeling that right now, baby, by the way. But I'm getting like there's a need to kind of really take action towards making something, whatever it is you feel divinely called to, more monetized. Okay, I feel like you can monetize it, or I feel like again you can do. So I have two things that are coming through. The one where I feel like you are going to be getting an opportunity to take a position that you used to have. I feel like you're supposed to take that either way while you explore your gifts and how you can really kind of be an entrepreneur in this lifetime. We're all supposed to be really working for ourselves and doing what we feel called to do. We got really sidetracked from that, and we've been kind of brainwashed to think that we're supposed to be firemen and policemen and things like that for a living. And by all means, if that is what you genuinely feel called to from the soul, great, wonderful, glad. But we've been really molded. Our minds have been molded for us. And in order to find true joy, it's about following what your heart is telling you from the inside. Okay. And I am getting that they're wanting you to really, again, I feel like you're supposed to take a position. Make sure that you're being cared for, financially, that you're able to care for yourself. At the same point, I feel like this position is going to give you the opportunity or the time and space to really explore your gifts and see what you can do there as far as monetizing them. Okay. And the love situation, if this is meant to be, will come back around. You're so cute, honey. It will come back around if it's meant to. It does feel like a good love connection, and it did look like it would end up eventually coming back into. I do feel like you might be married to this person. I don't even know that you're planning to divorce this person. And for those of you who aren't married to this person, I do feel like it's saying that all of this is leading you to that life that you've always kind of dreamt of, is like the happily ever after. But there are steps that we need to take here, and they are about honoring ourselves. And learning how to set our boundaries and making sure we get what we need out of situations, not take advantage of people, get what we need without taking advantage of anyone, not hurting ourselves or anyone else, and things like this is what I'm getting here for you, Aries. I love you so much, and I will see you very soon. I will be doing an all signs reading either tonight or tomorrow. As well, I will be doing the rest of the signs. There's 3 other signs, whatever comes after Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer today. Would love to see you over there. If not, I will see you hopefully sometime this week. And I love you so much. And good luck with everything. You deserve to live the life you love. That is true. I love you. Moving right along here, guys.